So what is the number one thing that I'm going to be focused on this year? Well, it's not, the typical thing where it's like work out and do all those things. I mean, I've been in that realm for many years, and so that's part of my lifestyle. But one of the things that I really want to harness, and I think that is really important for 2025, is harnessing the mind. And for those of us who've been on an awakening journey for a really long time, I went through a very deep awakening journey in the year 2000. And it lasted for 6 years. Dark night of the soul, a lot of awakening processes, a lot of things that I went through. But I mean, as life goes, it just doesn't end there. We continue our spiritual growth, we continue our spiritual journey throughout our lifetime. And then there's always peaks and valleys that happen. And there's always times where we might dive down a little bit again and come up again because we have crazy life events and things that come upon us that are very new to us. And sometimes it's hard to wrap our mind around. And so, being on the spiritual journey for the past 25 years, I realize that meditation is one of the most important things in my life. And there was about a 15-year period where I don't even think I missed a day. I meditated 15 years straight. And then once I've had my son, there was a lot of changes within that, and hard to get into the meditation that I wanted to get into. And now he's got these little antennas that know when I'm awake. So I have to make a very big effort in getting up a couple of hours before he does in order to get into that state of meditation. So it can be a little bit more challenging, especially when we live a really busy life. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because this year, I think is going to be a little bit more challenging than others that we have gone through. And I think that, the whole purpose for a lot of the things going on, because I always think there's a bigger picture, it's getting more of an awareness with ourselves that a lot of things that happen in the outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And when there's a lot of chaos, a lot of craziness that's going on within our own self and our own life, it's reflecting out, and we're seeing that in the outer world. And so as we kind of go deeper into this ascension time that we're in, and that, the consciousness of the world is raising, and at that same token, there's a lot of upheaval because we have to go through a lot of upheaval in order for, the goodness to rise again. And so within that journey, it's really essential and really important that we take care of ourselves, our mental health more than anything. So meditation, being grounded, diving into, really good books that help us to connect with ourselves and really allow us to see the beauty within ourselves and in our lives and in this world amongst what may look to be really chaotic and crazy out there. And maybe it looks to be not positive out there, when that is the filter that we're looking through. So all the social media, a lot of social media, which is like, every 2 seconds, there's like drama and trauma and crime and horror and all these things. But when you wipe that all out, you can see that there's still a lot of beauty going on around us and in our life if we choose to take a look at that. So taking a break from scrolling, this is me talking about myself big time, me making sure that I am dedicating that time to meditate. And that to me is a more significant thing that is important for grounding myself and harnessing the mind and knowing that all potentiality and creation comes from myself, and that I am a magnificent manifester and creator of my life. And that even though I've known this for a very long time, we get separated in the illusion of what's going on. So to all of you guys that might start to feel this uneasiness with the energies in the planet and the world that's going on, is to disconnect from all of that. Lots of places in the world are crazy, lots of stuff's going on, but you are here for a purpose, you are here for a reason. You are led to be here in this moment in time. And whether you're religious or not, I believe in God. I believe you can call it whatever you want. Some people get really kind of irked out with that name because maybe they had religious upbringing and that put a bad taste in their mouth. So you can say source energy, universal, existence, like whatever, like all of these other terms that you want to use for a higher power. It exists and it is out there and it is here to protect us. And we have the ability to call on our angels when we need assistance. They're there. And know that we're being guided. Command your higher self to connect with you and to look for all the good. And that's not being Pollyanna. It's not being like, oh, I'm not going to associate with all the stuff that's going on, because it's there. You can't just, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. But in order for you to create the life for yourself and to be the better version of yourself and to create this year to be optimal and abundant and full of joy, we need to harness our mind. And so that is my journey this year. Drop me a comment on what you feel about this.